Hey, happy Saturday, everybody. This is Ian from Income Switch. I want to go over the Costco trade that we put on, I think about a week ago Friday, that we did post on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram that we were doing this and just kind of walk you guys through what we did this week. So the idea behind these trades is actually buying an at the money or lower, farther dated out put while selling a weekly put against that. So using the longer dated put as protection and collecting income on that shorter dated weekly put. So in this actual trade, what we did is we bought the November 15th $290 put. And we last week what we did was we sold the October 11th 290 put. We sold that for about $1.58. We ended up collecting about $146 on that actual trade. But during the week, what we did not post on social media was we actually rolled that 3 times. Okay, so we started the trade off with the. Actually, no, I'll just bring this over here. So we started the trade off with the October 11th 290 put. We collected $146, including all commission is on there. Midway through the week, we actually rolled that up to the 292.50 put. I believe that was for about 80 cents, and we ended up collecting a total of that in 60. Was about $60. And then Wednesday or Thursday, we actually rolled that again up to the 295 put to collect another $72. So we turned about a $1.50 credit on that initial credit on that 290 put into about a 2.78 credit. Okay, so on this trade, because this is on a smaller account and I'm trying to teach people how to grow these smaller accounts, on this trade, I only did this for one contract. So last week I only collected $278. Had you done 10 contracts like I normally would have done, that would have been $2,700. Okay, so I use this particular diagonal type style trading. I use this a lot growing my account, years ago, and continue using the same strategy today. It is something that does work very, very well, but does take time. You're not going to hit home run with it, but you are going to collect consistent income off of these trades. So it just depends on how you want to do it. This does require margin, so you do need a margin account. But basically, I got into Costco after earnings. They had earnings on October 3rd. I don't know how they're, the details on the actual earnings. But you can see they obviously did have good earnings because it continued to jump up after the earnings call. And then the same store sales number came out, I believe, Thursday or Friday. And that obviously helped that out as well. So that's why we were able to roll this trade multiple times during the week. That does not happen in every trade, but when it works out like this, it works out absolutely 100% perfect. So we collected the 2.78 last week, and I rolled the 295 puts. On Friday, I rolled those out to the October 18th 292.50 put. So I did go back on the put just because I don't know what's going to happen next week. I want to make sure that I'm close to that 290 long put as protection. So I got another $1.01 on that one. And if Costco either stays neutral or continues to move up, then I'll just roll this trade up to the 295. If it moves up even further, I'll roll this up to 297.50 and, on and on and on. So the idea behind this, obviously, like I said, I've got the 290 put and I'm just collecting income on that. I'm going to keep doing this through mid-November. So each week I keep collecting on this particular trade. If in November, November 15th, I've got that 290 put, I can either close that down for whatever credit is left on there, or what I can do is I can actually roll that out to this one. I think we'd probably have to go out to January. Costco. Yeah, so we would actually roll this out to the whatever the at the money or slightly out of the money strike is at that time in November. I would roll that out sometime here in January. So just say, I'd do another 290, so that would cost me, as of right now, 1045. But I'll show you this on the analyzer. So basically what you're trying to do is stay in this range or moving up. And just keep rolling and moving this put out. So I did do this with a few other. When I was growing my account, this was one of my primary ways of doing it. So when I first started out, actually, I was doing a lot of single leg puts and calls. And to be completely honest with you, I thought it was the easiest thing in the world. And the market fell at some point, and I wiped out my account, from $40-some thousand down to about $6,000, and realized how dangerous that was. So was trying to research different ways of doing it. Came across this type of diagonal trade. Actually, what happened was I came across verticals, and I started making my own, realized that this was a way to actually continue to do that. To just weekly have a consistent amount of money coming into my accounts, whether I would need it to watch that or not. This is a great way for people who are working full time, who cannot watch their accounts all day, every day. You can do this type of trade all the time. So right now in the group, I have 3 of these going on. I have obviously this Costco one that expires November 15th. And then I also have one on Domino's Pizza, DPZ, that expires January 17th of 2020. And then I also have one on Pepsi that expires January 17th of 2020. So right now I am collecting the money on those 3. We do have earnings coming up this week in JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, and I believe Wells Fargo maybe. Don't quote me on that. But I believe those 4 banks are at least releasing earnings this week, and JP Morgan Chase is a perfect one to do this on. However, you do want this to at least gap up. So the reason why I actually got into Domino's Pizza is you can see how that acted on their earnings day. That's a perfect setup right there for one of these types of puts. So yes, you can just do straight calls in these. I prefer this style of trade, to be honest with you guys. There's far less risk in it, and I like this consistent income coming into my account. So there are, like I said, there should be quite a lot of different new opportunities to do this type of weekly trade. I'll keep you guys updated on Costco and let you guys know how everything's going. I just wanted to explain a little bit of what we're doing and how we're doing it. And if you guys have any questions, you guys know how to get a hold of me. I'm always available to talk to you guys, work for you guys. I'm here to help you out, members or not. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know.